Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee, welcome back to the channel. Hey, I'm gonna be doing a huge project. Don't know, didn't plan to film this like a lot of things. I don't know if at the end of the day this is ever gonna see the television, but I thought I'd start some footage over here before we get started. But let me show you what I'm up to. I'm gonna be getting a bunch more fill for my property, and I'm over here looking at the site where it currently is here on the beautiful lake. You can see the lake behind me, and they're getting this site cleared for a house. And you can see down there all the rock. I'm not getting that stuff. But let me turn the camera around for you and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So over here is where they're digging out for the house. Here's a pile they're working on. And you can see some of this stuff they have to go in with the jackhammers over here. I don't know if that's shale or what. It probably breaks apart pretty easy, but you still got to hammer at it. And then the pile of fill that I'm talking about is up here at the road, and it's pretty substantial. I don't even know how many loads are there. I would guess right now there's about 10, maybe more. But I got some areas back at the house that I'd like to still expand and flatten out. So I've talked to the owner, and they're gonna have their excavator deliver the dirt in the neighborhood. That saves them money, obviously, from having to haul it who knows where. So here's the look from the road. So a lot of rock in there, but they're manageable sizes. Get back home, I'll show you the area. Part of what I'm doing today is I'm getting some of the brush and stuff out of that area, and I just moved my trailer. I'm gonna pull some of my gravel that I got because I don't want to waste it if it's getting covered up. So I'm gonna use the rake to pull some gravel out of my trailer parking spot and then move it to a spot where I need it. Alright guys, so I'm back home here, and this is an area that a few years ago was all sloped. I had fill brought in from another property, leveled it out, put in the gravel, and I kind of have as you can see, some larger boulders I have along there, kind of act as my guardrail, just to say, hey, there's the edge. And then you can see how crazy wild this stuff has grown up behind here. I like it. So anyway, the area where I'm thinking I want the new fill, this was where I parked my trailer down here. It's quite a little angle, and it's really hard to get the trailer in and out of here because as soon as you get on that angle, it's kind of hard to see what's happening. But anyway, that's where I park it up against those logs, which I had a video a few years ago where I was moving those, kind of create my trailer backstop there. I'm going to pull this gravel out of here, and so I don't waste it. And then my idea is start this fill. They can start bringing it in here, probably take it back to the logs and level this out. So I would imagine the fill, I want the fill to eventually be about the height of those logs, so this whole area is level. And then I'm going to continue to use fill over here, keep going to the left, to the left, to the left, until I eventually run out over here. So one of the things I got to do today, I might need to get that old stump out of there. And then I was just going to cut down a lot of this brush and small little trees in here so they could have easier access. I don't know how far they can go. What I was saying over there at the other place, you know, they probably only going to be able to back up so far. So I imagine what they'll do is they'll put a load or two in here and then just keep dumping loads. And then I'll just have to push them out and move it to where I want. But that's the project, guys. And hopefully at the end of the day, I'll just have a much greater level area over here to let some grass in. So we'll see how the Kubota does pulling this gravel out with the rake up this little incline. I think what I might have to do is take some of these heavier rocks over here and stick them in my bucket just to give me a little extra weight on the front end. Alright guys, I just filled it up here, probably, I don't know, 180, 250 pounds of rocks in the front, some bricks I had laying down here, so I think that'll help me a little bit. Okay, I think that was a pretty decent gravel recovery. I did a good job, but I didn't really lose traction on the hill here, and I think I would have without those bricks and rocks in the front. But yeah, so that works. I'll just go ahead and move this around or level this out a little bit and probably take the blower to it to try to get some of this grass out of here before I do that. But step one down. All right, guys, step two complete. I went through there with my handy dandy, love these things, Fiskars Power Gear 2 bypass loppers. I thought I was going to need to use my my little DeWalt Sawzall with my pruning blade, but those loppers work good. They're clean, they get right to where you need to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my bramble blade to my steel weed eater, and I'm going to come down here and try to clean up some of these brambles just so the truck driver can see exactly what he's got here. And then I may try to move that stump. So if I do that, it's probably going to be quite a big deal. What I would try to do is see if my winch would get it up here to where I can safely push it into a different spot, because I think my fill is still gonna make it over to that area, and I don't want that stump in the way. Alright guys, so this is the Stihl FS91 I bought in the spring, and it's been good so far. It's kind of crazy technology because it takes mixed gas, but it's kind of like a 4-stroke at the same time. It's got some weird technology that it's pretty cool. And then I'm going to take off this head. This is that bramble head I was talking about. So when I take it off, I just like to make sure that I zip tie everything in the right way, so when I use it once a year, I remember how it goes back on. So I'm going to throw this on, and then we'll get on there and see if we can't make some mash out of those brambles. Okay, you saw me go in there a little bit with the brush head on the Stihl, and it seemed to do a pretty good job. At least now you can really see what you got down here, lay of the land. But then I took it over here a little bit too, because this was, if you look at the before video, this had a lot of these high things in here. I could barely see my trail going down the woods here. So I cleaned that out a little bit, just so the guy, if he's backing up here, he has a clear indication of where the edge is. So, alright, I gotta find a spot to put the rest of this gravel to spread it out. I don't really need it anywhere right now, so I think I'm gonna pile it up and save it for later. So here's a pile of that gravel that I got from over here by the parking area. I'll show you where I ended up today. Alright guys, so it's been quite a transformation over here, but this is the last video before we put any fill in. So you can see that finally got that stump moved way out of the way, got all this cleared out, so we'll see how far it goes. Oh, and a bonus, like he said, that tree's gonna die because he'd be putting fill up around it. So I said, if you'd be willing to get rid of it for me, he's like, no problem, I'll drop it and get rid of it. So that'll be nice too. And then if this tree over here is in his way, he'll get rid of that one too.
Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee. Thanks for watching. If you found this content helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your right. I have other content linked for you on the left side. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching.